Okay, now we will start by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Today we will start Saṃghadisesa. Well, firstly, I have to explain the meaning of Saṃghadisesa. You have already known Saṃgha means a group of bhikkhus. Actually, it must be more than 4. Adi in the very beginning, Sesami is the remaining. So, after breaking this kind of precepts, the bhikkhu needs Saṃgha's help when he wants to amend or confess. In the very beginning, we have Parivasa. And in the middle, we have a Manada. At the end, we have Apanaga. So we have 3 steps to recover from these offenses. So in these 3 stages or 3 steps, the bhikkhu needs Saṃgha's help. That is what we call Saṃghadisesa. So the first rule is Saṃcetanika Sukha Visati Anatara Supinanda Saṃghadiseso. So here I mentioned Saṃcetanika, intentionally or purposely. That's called Saṃcetanika. Generally here volition. The Sukha Visati, that is emission of semen. This is called, if he make it intentionally, is Saṃghadisesa. So here we have many different types of intention, because of the different types of lustful minds. So the first one is a mojana sada raga. That means lustful minds or lust or intention to release semen or to erase semen. This kind of lust is applied here in these rules. If we have intention to release or erase the semen, this is Saṃghadisesa. Otherwise, Mutta Sada. That means after emissions of semen, he has lustful minds. It does not apply here. Another one is Mithuna Sada. Mithuna Sada Raga means I'm having intention to have sex, the lustful mind for sexual intercourse. This is it does not apply here. Even last week we have already explained, if a bhikkhu touch woman with intention to have sex, it's not Saṃghadisesa. It's a Dukata. Because his mind is not to touch, to have sex. Then we have Mojana Sada Raga, the lustful minds or like enjoyment at the moment of emission of semen. Otherwise, Asa Sada Raga, lustful mind for touching. So this is just for touch, right? If unnecessary, don't touch such organs. Okay, now another one is Kandu Vana Sada Raga, for releasing itching. Sometimes we have second disease. We want to release from this itching. Now we have to struggle. or scratch, then this also does not apply here. Otherwise, dasana sada, with attention to see. Here, in this case, because like seeing the colorful things or seeing the lady, all these things, is a dukkha tanda Saṃghadisesa. Another one is Nisaja sada raga. That means lustful mind for sitting together who is a woman. So sometimes when we sit together side by side, lustful mind arises, right? And this also can be considered. But here it does not apply that kind of lust, that kind of enjoyment. Vasa sada or vaja sada raga. That means lustful mind for sexual talks. Now we get like a sex chats maybe. So all the things, sexual talks, any kind of conversation that talk about sexuality, then it can be considered as right? Vaja sada raga. Sometimes for enjoyment they talk about sex, right? Then Gihasita Bhima raga, that's one for family member. Love between family member like parents and children, brother and sister, that kind of love. This is called Gihasita Bhima. So this one also does not apply here. Another one is Vanna Bhankaya Raga. That's true for flower and some natural things. So that means when you see the flower or laughing together with the lady, something like that, then we have this kind of attachment, it doesn't apply here. Okay, here, although we have many different types of lustful minds about the sex, but here in this rules, the first one, Vajana Sada Raga, the lustful mind or the enjoyment, right, for imaging of semen. So there are many different purposes of releasing semen for the sake of the health or for the sake of the happiness, for the sake of medical purpose, or many other things. Whatever things happen, the main thing is having intentions or intentionally with enjoyment that he release, then this is a Saṃghadisesa. So here releasing doesn't mean it's only coming out. It's just moving from a natural place. Right? If the semen move from original place, this also can be considered as a Sukha Visati. Yeah, in this rules, it already mentioned the exception. Another Supinanda in the dream. Somehow what dream? No? In the dream, then it will image. In this case, it doesn't matter. The emission of semen, it doesn't matter. So here we have to think about it. So sometimes we know, right? Even in the dream we know, then we have time to stop at the time. So we have to wake up or we should have deep breathing or something like that, then it will be okay. Then there are also some question: how much amount of semen is necessary for this offense? It mentioned if a small fly or bee can drink, can take, is enough for this offense. So here we have the three factors in these rules. The first one is having intention to release. Second one is making actions or efforts. The third one is releasing or emission. So this is, if we have completed these three factors, it's offense. And then there are some exceptions, as we have mentioned in the dream. Right? We are in a dream. We have some what dream? Then There's an emission of semen, it doesn't matter. Another one is not making an effort, it just come out. There's some sickness, even very minor things, the semen can come out. So in this kind of sickness, it will be exception. Okay, another one is sometimes when urinating or defecating, semen come out. This is also exception. Sometimes when we take a shower with the in the text dimension, when we take a shower with the hot water, it also can come out. It will be exception. Now sometimes when we apply medicine, it will come out. Sometimes we will scratch our testicle, then semen come out. It will be exception. So here sometimes we have sexual thoughts. Although we don't make action, only mentally we have an enjoyment, right? We don't make any actions, it will come out naturally. In this case, it is exception. Okay, this rule is okay, now many other things to explain. So this one is actually Sajitaka apati. If we do it intentionally, it is an offense. If we don't have it unintentionally, if we don't have intention, then it does not we don't have to commit anything. Okay, now we have to move to the next one. So then I mentioned Yopana Bhikkhu Otena Ugurinatena Chitena Madu Gamena Satin Kaya Sansakan Samabajaya Hatakawa Wanikawa Anyadara Sawa Ingasa Paramasan Saṃghadisesa. That is it, the rules. So he also mentioned Otena Ugurinatena Chitena. Here this means our mindset changed already, not natural minds, right? So we can say with lustful minds to touch a lady. Madhu Kamena Sanjaka Samapachaya, Bhikkhu may touch a woman. Okay, here I have to elaborate a little bit more. So we may touch body to body, Saṃghadisesa. Then body to clothes is a Chonajaya. And clothes to clothes, together. So, okay, I will say another way. Sometimes we directly contact body with the body, right? Without any protection in between our body. So sometimes there is something connected with the body. For example, the lady will wear the clothes or the gloves, or in the hair they see me wear flower, right? See me wearing flower, then they could touch the flower. It's a Tonitaya. So they also wear the glove, touch flower. So flower to the glove, right? Not from the body together. So then the external things, if we touch external things, not from the natural body, right? With our body, it will be Tonitaya. If we touch external things to external things, it will be together. It also mentioned, for example, the lady is walking on the hanging bridge. Right? Bhikkhu will shake it with lustful mind. Together. Because the lady is touching the bridge, right? They also touching the bridge. So similar things also mentioned. The lady is climbing up a tree. The Bhikkhu will shake the tree. It's also together. In this case, time tradition is much better. In the time tradition, all the lady will not touch Bhikkhu's property. For example, and you may have been to Thailand. For example, in the immigration, if the officer is a lady, for example, she will not take our passport directly. She will ask, "Can you please put on the table?" We have to sit in front of on the table. She will take it. After that, she will put there. We have to take it. No direct contact with the Bhikkhu. The Thai culture is much better in this case. Again, the main thing is sometimes our mindset change. If we have attachments to touch, then it will be dukkha. Right? So even one thing, sometimes at the time people also have special culture for it. When some lady offers something, they will bring something to them. The lady will put on the tray or something. No direct contact. So they have that kind of culture. Anyway, the main thing is if we have attachments, touching one thing together, then it can be together according to these rules. Okay, what about the lady touch us? In the hospital or sometimes in somewhere, the lady will touch us. As long as we don't make actions or we don't make extra efforts to touch more, it doesn't matter. For example, here in the Vrindapada, sometimes by accident, we may touch the lady. In this case, exception, because we don't have attachments or we don't have lustful minds. Sometimes they touch us. It will be the same. As long as we don't have attachments, we don't have lustful minds, it will be okay. Then, actually, there are many other things. For example, when we touch a man with lustful minds, or Pandaka with lustful minds, or with like an animal with lustful minds. Although we touch an animal, female animal with lustful minds is a dukkha. It's not allowed to touch like that. So sometimes we may touch our family member, like a mother or a sister, right? Or the only like family or love, not lustful minds. We have to take care of our mother, for example. We touch. In this case, it's dukkha. Sometimes, although we don't have a lustful mind, if we touch a woman intentionally, then we don't have, right? We don't have lustful mind, but we just touch. In this case, it also dukkha. Also, it's a dukkha, sure. So it also mentioned if we touch a female yaka with lustful minds, or female deva or pandaka with lustful minds, right? Also, unswanning female corpse, dead body, right? Not yet swan yet. It also is Chonglechaya. So sometimes, okay, what about our family member? We are in the river, right? Then, like taking a bath together with our family member, like a mother and a sister. The mother is going to drown, but we can like give some like bamboo or something to hold it. Sometimes, like we are very close, then she will hug us, right? Because we are family member. In this case, don't ask her to release. Just swim by yourself, carrying her to the shore. In this case, it will be exception. So we're gonna this is a heaven mother, heaven sister, something like that. In this case, we're gonna say offense. What about other non-family member? We are not allowed to do heaven. So Here we have some factors. Okay, she must be a woman. Here, woman means newly born, including newly born baby to very old lady. As long as the lady is alive or living, is count as woman here, right? Also, knowing that she is a woman, the second factor. Sometimes without, right? Is a woman or pandaka. Then having lustful minds to touch, then make an effort and touching body to body. It is Saṃghadisesa. Sometimes we doubt whether it's a woman or not. We have lustful mind, we touch. It is a Tonajaya. So thinking of woman as a pandaka, or woman as a man, or woman as an animal. Animal means like a Garuda or Yaka or Beta, something like that. Then if we touch, it is also Tonajaya. Then sometimes we also know Pandaka as a Pandaka. This also, if we touch it intentionally, also Tonajaya. So sometimes thinking Pandaka as a man, Pandaka as a woman, Pandaka as an animal, or talk about him, is Pandaka or not. Or sometimes knowing man as a man, thinking man as a woman, man as a Pandaka, man as an animal, and so forth, it will be Tukata. So then if Pandaka and a man, if we touch with lustful minds, is a Tukata. Sorry. Pandaka as a woman, sorry. If we know Pandaka as a Pandaka, is a Tonajaya, right? If Pandaka as a man, woman, then it will be Tukata. So no offense. Here mentioned when offering something, the lady will touch the Bhikkhu. By accident, in this case, exception. Okay, this one is also Sajidagami. Sajidagami, if we do it intentionally, is offense. Okay, I don't think I can finish the next one. Okay, now I will stop here, right? Is there any question? Okay. Female? Okay, no lustful actions. Actually, in this case, it's a little strange, right? Is the unknowingly touch, it doesn't matter. Intentionally, we should not touch. Another item connected with the body means connected with female or something like that. Okay. In this case, it doesn't mention, so we cannot say offense. Abhaharika. Because abhaharika. Abhaharika means we cannot say as offense. Okay? Sure. In this case, it doesn't mention, right? We don't have any offense like this. Okay? So if we see or touch, the picture is a Dugata. Picture of a woman, right? This is a woman or any even statue, right? Then this is a Dugata. Touch also the same. The same. Even picture must not touch. Okay, in this case, we have to consider who is the PATVDH. We have the Saṃghadisesa, sleeping under the same roof and the same wall, inside the same wall, that one. So according to that rules, as long as the animal is enough for parajika, then he must not spend overnight. Then if he spend overnight, it's the PATVDH. Right? So it's not budget, it's a Dukkata.
Bhikkhu can have only mother or family, like sin, make it work. How about others? Cannot do it. For example, you walk on the road and you may be and you see the movie and you cannot do it. So the truth cannot say anything. Just show the picture of the story or the stick.
Okay, let me if you are close, you can handle the clothes, something like this. No body contact, right? Okay.
While we are riding on the train of bus, and with a long chair, that especially in the modern train like MRT like that, it's stainless steel chair with a long chair, and people sit in one side, then many females sit in the other side or the middle. In this case, are we allowed to sit on the chair with the long chair like this?
If enough for 3 persons, you can sit. If the chairs are long enough for 3 persons, side by side sitting, you can sit there. It's allowed, right? It's allowed. So as long as you don't have you are very close to, you are not very close to the lady, it will be okay.
What should the people do if he has a basket and the bus driver is assigning a seat next to a woman? What should do if the bus overturns?
Okay, so if in Myanmar it will be easier and you can ask them to change to another lane, it doesn't matter, right? For other countries, it will be a little bit difficult. Even in the aeroplane, I have experienced that kind of thing. You have to squeeze our body, right? Just squeeze body. Don't move too much. Okay, no reason.
What about the shoes? According to the Vinaya, wear shoes in the village is a dukkha, right? So, but nowadays I think how does the Sayadaw do when we go to the city?
Okay, so it depends on your health condition. Okay, health condition. Only it depends on how dangerous the place is. You can wear the slipper. There is some exception. Even umbrella, there are some exception to protect the clothes. Then you can also use umbrella. To protect your roads, you can use umbrella. Similarly, slipper, if there's some like a injury, something is possible to injure, then you can also wear a slipper. Okay? Sure. Sure, that's one is risky, that's one, right? Okay? What is it? Okay, in this case, it will be similar to intentionally or unintentionally. Okay? Similar to Sajitaka and Ajitaka. Not much different from Saṃghadisesa and Sajitaka. Okay? Sometimes, okay, for example, like later we will have one rule, Saṃghadisesa Sikhavara. Go between. This one is called no Saṃghadisesa or Ajitaka. Unintentionally, we can make offense. Like this. Yeah. Sure. Adhikamika. So mostly in every single rules, Adhikamika is an exception. The first offender is no offense. Okay, it depends on what kind of rules. For example, in the case of Sudhi, Venerable Sudhina, he cannot attain anything because this is very, very heavy things, right? He regrets whole life, he cannot attain anything. It depends on what kind of offense he makes. Okay?
Green cloth, and now green season. We do have umbrella, but we have green cloth. Plastic cloth, we have towel. Is it allowed for people to wear?
Okay, it's similar to lay passes and cloth, we must not wear. It's like similar to like blanket, right? Just cover blanket. Then in this case it will be exception, it will be okay, no really big problem. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as it's just umbrella, it's like a cloth, right? It doesn't matter. So it must not be like a lay person's clothes. This one I said no. As long as it's similar to lay person clothes, don't use it. Right? Sure. If similar to lay person's clothes, don't use. Huh? Okay. Okay. If no question, you can stop, huh?